know in Japan?
I know a lot of people.
And did you go out there by yourself?
I went out there with actually Aiden Robles, who's on the card. He came with me. He got a win tonight. Aiden came, and we had a great time, and some other friends from Albany.
Did you do any training while you're out there? Like,
No,
are you learning any techniques or anything?
Not that time. It was too short, but this time I'm there for a month, so I'm going to try to, I'm going to try to set some roots in there and spread out.
Now, are you going to try to get on the Cage War 67, the Mike Tyson night?
This is where I'm conflicted, and if anybody listens to this is a supporter of me or the promotion, what I'm conflicted with is I feel like the last two cards I was set and my fights were highly anticipated, and unfortunately my opponents pulled out, and I would like to know if the fans would trust the process enough to support another big pisser main event at Mike Tyson card. The company wants a heavyweight fight to headline it. I want to headline it. And if they would have me, if they would trust the process, I would love to do it. But at the same time, I would understand if my fans thought it was a bad investment.
Why wouldn't they trust the process? Are you saying that anybody who gets matched against you is a liability because they'll want to back out?
I think it's just been so many pullouts that it's a hard investment to make, to spend your hard-earned money, to make plans, you know what I mean, cancel work, call out from work, invite a girl, whatever, to come to the fight, and, fighters pull out. And I feel like as fighters...
Pulling out is always a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Yo, speaking of fighting, Cody Stone has never pulled out. He's always come. He's always game ready. Last fight he got a nice KO under my buddy Brendan Anderson. I hate to say it, but he's a gamer, and I don't know much about the guy he's fighting, but I'm sure this is going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah,
man.
Cody's tough.
DeJesus is out of Trillium MMA in Canada. He's coming off a win in May of this year, so he's been active. He's not a lot of ring rust, but you're right. Yeah. Cody Stone is a game guy. Not only is he taking MMA fights, he's taking kickboxing fights. Yeah. He's continually trying to grow.
Yes. And that's what it's all about. And especially in this amateur, I feel like the amateur scene is about growing your fan base and gaining experience. So, to see a guy who's willing to step into the fire and be willing to grow, it's always inspiring to see. So I'm a fan of Drew Rokow, Cody Stone, and any of these fighters who are out there and taking this risk.
Now, do you know, we talked about a potential matchup with you on Cage War 67, which is Mike Tyson night, September 13th. Tickets go on sale tonight. Is there somebody out there that you would like to fight that would show up and do the dance?
My perspective on it is I'm always looking for the best available fight. So, I'm willing to take anybody. I've fought the best that there is to offer, and I'm willing to fight anybody. And honestly, I felt like this fight was a great fight for tonight. Unfortunately, due to whatever circumstances it was, my opponent didn't show up. But I'm willing to fight anybody, man. I'm here to learn, grow, and to continue my journey as a fighter and put on a show for the fans, most importantly.
Well, we can't speak for your fans, but for the commentary booth, it's a no-brainer to have a big pisser main event September 13th.
Bro, what's better than a big piss main event, man? A lot of people are disappointed, but hey.
I'm a fan, man.
We're bringing it up to Mike Falvo.
The action continues on the card for Cage War 66 with our upcoming contest scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in our lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in last night at 153 pounds. Representing Trillium MMA out of Scarborough, Ontario, Canada, Dontae DeJesus. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in last night at 156 pounds. Representing Goju Ryuki out of Gloversville, New York, Cody Achilles Stone.
DeJesus looks like he needs to be in like a Bloodsport remake.
Yeah, he looks tough, man. He looks ready to go.
He's got that look, though, like a Kumite.
Yeah.
Now, Will, pressure's on. Now that we're being joined by champ El Shaddai Van Hosen, with his social media following, we may have gotten about a 10 to 15K spike with viewers. Wait till
we need to have him more often.
Seriously, wait till he puts out that he's joining the commentary team.
I'm in the process of going live, and I've crashed live streams for promotions, man. And Cody Stone looks keyed in, locked in.
He's got to be careful rushing in like that, though.
Yeah, he looks like he's hungry for blood. But Jesus looks sharp.
Well, here's the thing, though, too. You're not coming from Canada to lose.
No. Those leg kicks take a toll, man. I know that.
We saw that earlier in the Slovak fight.
The Slovak
wow.
fight. Oh.
And by the way, it is worth noting now that there's a takedown.
Great double leg takedown.
Novice is done.
Yeah.
This is ground and pound to the face.
Ground and pound changes the whole game. I feel like that's a innuendo or like a cliche thing to say on commentary, but it's so true.
It limits the amount of damage you can do. Like you could score a great takedown, but how much damage are you going to do with ground and pound to the body?
I think it makes wrestling so much more of a threat.
DeJesus looking to try to pass that guard.
Yeah. Cody Stone doing a good job keeping him in his guard.
But here's the thing. When those feet are locked, you can't really be offensive.
Yes.
So right now he's tiring himself out trying to hold DeJesus.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work. If I was him, I would look to try to get it stand up, which he's doing a better job at now. Just keeping him controlled and looking for the ref to stand
There
up.
we go. He got a foot on the hip now. He's got to open up those feet, open up that guard to create some space.
DeJesus is doing a good job scoring some points. The ground and pound to the body, and then one to the head. Opened him up. The thing about that ground and pound is gives your opponent the opportunity to stand up, but now he's looking for an armbar.
Looking for the armbar against the cage. It's going to be a tough finish there. But again, here's where that ground and pound to the head comes in.
Absolutely, soften up your opponent.
He's looking to isolate that left arm. Oh, he's got it. Can he extend?
Oh, goodness.
That armbar's tapped.
He's got to get the angle.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Tap it.
Cody Stone.
That's it right there.
Goodness.
Oh,
now, that was a beautiful adjustment by DeJesus.
That was a great adjustment. Cody Stone looks to be a little bit upset, but, hey, you got to just give credit where credit's due. That was a great sequence of grappling from the takedown to the control to the armbar. That's how you ice a fight, man. And that's what people come to see.
A lot of people don't understand. It's those micro adjustments that change the leverage on the joints.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And grappling is all about controlling joints.
Lines, angles, and force.
Yep, exactly.
It's math.
I tell my wrestlers all the time, and wrestling and jiu-jitsu isn't all that different. It's all about controlling joints, and DeJesus did a great job of that, from controlling the hips on the double, keeping his head tight, taking him down, staying relaxed in his guard, and transitioning into a dominant position and finding that armbar. That was a great finish.
Yeah, it was.
We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for the official result.
As always, fight fans, a round of applause for two great fighters and one great fight. Keith Peterson's called a stop to the fight 2 minutes and 8 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by way of armbar, Dontae DeJesus.
Well, we're